Alexis Nunes alongside Rob Dawson. And Rob, you know, we always look to you for the latest in Manchester United news as well. And here's one, I suppose, that we know we have to calm down on, but you're writing about. It's a so-called wonderkid, I suppose, that's in Manchester United's setup, Hannibal Mejbri. And there's a lot about him. Read your article, and there's a lot that's expected of him. It sounds only 17 years old. But what is so special about him, and why is he on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's radar?
Well, he is special, man, and that's the reason why there's such a fuss about him. He's already at 17 years old, cost a lot of money. His transfer fee already, if he meets certain bonuses, could reach as high as 10 million euros, which for a teenager is exceptionally high, especially one that hasn't played senior football yet. The difficulty with these kids is that no one really knows. You can never be 100% sure that any footballer, any young footballer, is going to reach the highest level and hit the heights that you expect him to. The point is with Hannibal is that he is so talented that there is a lot expected of him. He's still very young. You mentioned it there. He's only 17. He's only played for the 18s and the under-23s this year. He has trained with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first team, but there is a lot of hype about him, a lot of excitement, and he is someone that Man United would hope can eventually reach their first team.
So from what you know, how do United plan on dealing with his path? If you know even a bit there, I suppose they can't give away all their secrets, because I remember, of course, when we went to United just a couple of months ago and spoke to Nicky Butt, and he was quite vocal about Adnan Januzaj, saying he didn't live up to his potential and he was probably one of the most talented players he's ever seen. So I know it's such a crucial period to you know, right now, to being in the first team. So what's the path like that they've laid out for him?
Yeah, I mean, you've touched on it there, and it is very difficult. With someone like Adnan Januzaj, he had the same amount of hype around him, and you know, Nicky Butt told you and I that he was quite disappointed really with the way that his Man United career turned out. And although he's going to make a lot of money from football and he's at Real Sociedad now, that perhaps he didn't reach the heights at Man United that he should have done. And it's that kind of lesson that will be a warning to players like Hannibal. The path that United will have in mind for him is one where he stays grounded for as long as possible. There is an awful lot of money in youth football for very young kids. It's very, very easy for these young players to get distracted, whether it's money or cars or things that go around off the pitch. The point is that Hannibal will fulfill his potential on the pitch. It will be about him working hard, keeping his head down, improving his skills, improving his technical ability, working hard in the gym, working hard in the running sessions that he has to do, and let everything else take care of itself. Man United are keen to keep the hype around him to a minimum. Obviously, that's a bit hypocritical of me to say now, because we're writing about him and we're obviously talking about him now. But United are keen to keep that in a box, I suppose. Not let it all go to his head. Keep him grounded. Keep his head down, and hopefully, eventually, that he's going to be a superstar one day.
And then finally, because of course, whenever there's a new shiny toy, everybody in the playground is going to want to play with it. And that being all the other top clubs, of course, United is a top club, but I know he has sometimes ties in France with the Ligue 1 as well. So just how committed is he to United, or do you expect, you know, interest from some of the other leagues or other clubs, even in the Premier League, to get to him?
Well, I mean, I think it says a lot that he is at Man United right now. He had a lot of different offers. He's had a lot of different offers from a very young age, since the age of about 9 or 10. There's been top European clubs interested in him. He could have gone almost anywhere in the world when he left Monaco to join Manchester United. And I think it said a lot that he decided that he wanted to continue his path at Old Trafford. One of the reasons behind that will be that he will see a pathway to the first team. We've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer come in and promote youth players, promote young players into the first team, perhaps players that maybe United fans didn't expect. Someone like Brandon Williams, who was only sort of playing 23s football when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, and is now a fixture really in the first team squad. And players like Hannibal, who pick the next stage of their development, the club to take on their development, will look at things like that, and we'll see that Man United, there is a real chance that if you're good enough and you're talented enough and you work hard enough, you will get into the first team, you will get a chance, and then once you get your chance, it's up to you then to take it. Whether it happens with him or not, you can never tell. You know, you've mentioned there before, there are hundreds and thousands of players who caught the eye as youth team players, very good players who people were very excited about, who went on to achieve not a lot. Hannibal has got all the skills there all the ingredients to be a really, really top player. Ultimately, whether he reaches his potential or not will be down to him.
All right, Rob Dawson, always a pleasure. You always live up to our expectations. Let's hope Hannibal does indeed, because that's probably a pretty cool name. Hannibal. Love that. Love that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.